A very good afternoon to everyone. I am Tanisha and I will be hosting today's session. Today I have with me Mr. Bernard Quarm, the author of the book Career Path, The Pursuit of Purpose. Thanks for joining us today, Mr. Quarm. And first of all, I would like to congratulate you for accomplishing the huge task of writing and publishing your book. And as you have selected us as your publishing partner, and we are really glad to work on your project, and we are really very satisfied publishing your book because your book have a very deep meaning. It has a very deep insight because, and I think in today's work market where everything is very challenging and there are like thousands of job applications that each company is getting, but behind that the positions are very limited. So how to crack a job is everyone's question. So I think that is a great book that you have written. So I will start by saying a few words about you and your book. Bernard Quarm is the director of Love Consult Limited. He specializes in capacity building for individuals and institutions to maintain competitiveness. He is an experienced conference speaker, business advisor, and human capital consultant. With a master's in international business and a background in education and economics, he runs several leadership, mentorship training, and investment seminars. His published book by Exceller Books, Career Path, The Pursuit of Purpose, deals with today's competitive job market that graduates face even greater challenges as essential job skills are often missing from the curriculum. Career Path by Bernard Quarm provides a practical resource for graduates and for the people seeking jobs. So this book stands out from everywhere because this book is not only for fresh graduates but also for people who are in a career break. So how to regain from the career break and how to apply to various job and what are the new strategies that everyone is following. So I think that this is a great book that you have written and it's very relevant to the current situation. So now let's delve deeper into the author's perspective and gather more insight from the book. So, Mr. Bernard, welcome to Exceller Books author interview session. And so, before starting with the question part, I would like to ask you that why writing? Why have you selected writing as a medium to spread your your news, your like everything? Like, why have you selected writing as a medium for the awareness?
Well, yeah, I believe in the power of history. One of the ways we can preserve history is to have them written. Writing provides a medium through which we can accurately transport information from now into the future unknown. So I believe strongly if you really want your words to live on even into the future unknown, you put them in writing. That's why I believe I took that medium. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's a great idea. And now let's come into the interview questions. That first of all, I would like to ask you that what inspired you to write this book, Career Path? Like, what is the reason behind writing this book? Did you
Right.
face
So
any kind of
basically,
challenges before, like when you were applying to if you're in job? Did you face any kind of challenges or any kind of lacking when you were applying to jobs? So, what is the inspiration behind writing this book?
so quickly, thank you for your question. And I must also say, excellent books. You are doing very well, especially bringing this dimension of the way. So there are two, three reasons that inspired me to write this book. Number one is this: growing up, I really struggled to understand pick up choices when it comes to career, and also to pursue what I believe is a great dream for me, because I lacked a lot of information, a lot of mentors, and so on and so forth. At the tail end of even my education, after going through higher learning, I completed and I struggled really even getting jobs because there were some few ideas and information that I lacked. And so I wasn't able to really stand tall, especially in the competitive job market. I think if you understand the dimension of trying to tap into your core competencies and use it as a niche area to even market yourself. And so I look at this, I mean, away from me, I also hear a lot of stories in my journey of trying to do human capital development between students, between new employees, between graduates. I hear all their queries and I'm like, wow, why don't we put together a topical compendium to help them appreciate the diverse views and understanding a better way to launch themselves in their world of career. So basically,
Okay, so that's great actually. So you are not only helping others to build up their career, at the same time you're also updating yourself, I guess, through this book.
absolutely.
So I think that's a great initiative that you have taken by writing such a wonderful book. So, can you share some of the key strategies or insight from your book, which by following various graduate or postgraduate students can follow and they can grab their dream jobs? What are the some of the best tricks or strategies according to you?
Yeah, actually, you read lots of career books all around the world, and I feel they fail to go deeper to help the readers understand how to meaningfully come up with a career that best suits them and also help them to be able to journey. They just talk about what is career, what are the steps of getting the career, even how to get money to do your career. But I felt, hey, let's come home and hold the hands of these people and put them into where they belong. So the first strategy really is this: it is very important for you to know yourself, okay? Have a self identity so it will be able to help you to focus your energy on those career paths that really gives you happiness or gives you fulfillment. So the whole idea is this: in order for you to choose a career, you must marry it with why you live. Before you even think about why you live, the question really is, who really are you? Because you and I know that right now, a lot of people are struggling with their career and a lot of their jobs, whatever, because many people are found in places where they should not be, but because they need to make an ends meet or make money, they are just going all around and trying to stay relevant. But I believe strongly that a career that really blends your core competencies, your likes, your passion will ultimately gives you satisfaction. So basically, that's it. So self identity is one of the strategies. Number two really is you need to go on also and pick up what we call mentors, right? Mentors are great tools that really helps people to make informed decision when it comes to career. Everything you really desire to be in life, someone has already been there and someone knows it. So when you're able to fall onto these class of people, it helps you to make informed decisions and you are able to move very well. Then number three is we are in a digital world right now and information is all around. And so you need to also widen up your research, your information search to be able to help you to appreciate those divergence. Don't stay in one place and feel that's it. So some of these things can really help you into, channeling your energies into following the right career. Yeah.
So, in the beginning of your book, or in the introduction of your book, you have mentioned that our educational curriculum are basically missing some of the key aspects that how to get a job. There are multiple institutions that are telling that this is the best course, that is the best course. But what after that? What after getting the degree? How what we
Mhm.
will do? But I think the institutions are missing a lot. So, what do you think? How can institute learn from your book so that they can, breach the gap between the degree and the job they're looking for?
Right. One of the greatest struggle that I think educational institutions, curriculum developers, and all those that are in educational sector must begin to take into consideration is this: education at the end of the day must touch three parts of a person's life. Number one is the head. Number two is the heart. Number three is the hands. Most of the time, if you look at our curricula, it literally focuses on the head, trying to impact what we call cognitive disposition. So people are really intelligent, people are really smart, people are really out there, but they cannot translate what they've learned in their minds into what we call reality. Why? Because we've not been able to bridge this kind of gap. And in this book, you begin to appreciate some of the 21st century skill that every learner must learn in addition to whatever curricula that they have that will help them to become relevant in their field. Number one is the life skills. We live within a community and an ecosystem that a certain standard of behavior can either bring you down or lift you up. And so if you learn some of these life skills, it puts you ahead of your colleagues. And these life skills are skills that keeps you as an organized and a socialized being. Number two has to do with the literacy skills. These skills fall short in most of the curricula because they only talk about the technicalities of whatever subject it is, or when it comes to the issue of trying to communicate ideas meaningfully to whoever it is. They struggle so much to communicate their ideas meaningfully out there. And right now, there are a lot of companies, there are a lot of industries that are waiting for people that can really communicate meaningfully their ideas and their brand out there so people can keep up with it. But if that is not there, that's also a shortfall. Go all the way to also the digital skills. That has to do with the technical, the tech skills. We are in a tech world. If you look at the tech world, we are looking at Internet of Things. We are looking at the machine learning. We go all the way to look at other strident e-commerce and all of that. So when a person is not able to pick up all these digital skills, it's going to really struggle, a way, and so on and so forth. And extra skills that are in there. Another one too, lastly, is the leadership skills. And when I talk about leadership skills, it is something that every manager, every graduate, every employee should have because everything rises and falls on leadership, says John C. Maxwell. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. You are absolutely correct in here. So, see, nowadays, as you have just told us, that we must be very much, well equipped with the modern technology, modern like internet and everything, social media and everything. Otherwise, we will be left behind. So
Absolutely.
now yeah, so now there is an evolution of AI, artificial intelligence. So because of AI, people are losing their jobs, right? And so what can you tell? How can people like overcome this situation, this crisis? Because people are there are many people that are not those are not even well equipped with internet. So how can they face the competition against AI? So
Right.
what can you tell them?
That's really a tough question, but I'm just going to try my hands on it. But yeah, so AI, I am really excited for the invention of AI, especially in our world today. But you see, what we need to understand is no matter how advanced an AI system could be, you cannot match it up with what we call human intelligence. As a matter of fact, human intelligence is what even created the AI. And so, what this means is this: in order to be able to stay afloat in your career or in your job search, you must begin to embrace what I call the soft skill, right? Soft skills are those skills that are, it's everyone needs it, right? I don't know if AIs can learn soft skills, but it is human beings that can really learn soft skills. Your
Yeah.
ability to lead, your ability to communicate, your ability to organize, your ability to, all these things, communication. And one of the greatest benefit of our time is what we call social capital, all right? When you are able to increase your ways of communicating meaningfully your ideas and networking with people, there is no way you're still going to lag behind. But in our world now, we have a lot of people who are struggling when it comes to emotional intelligence, when it comes to dealing with colleagues, dealing with people, dealing with difficult situations. Even we come to the point of problem solving skills. We have a lot of employees who struggle very much to even put together to make meaning out of the problem that we have. But any company, any employer will always embrace people who are problem solvers. So something like problem solving skills, something like what do you call it, soft skills, are all those kind of skills that will definitely help you stay afloat. And when you marry it with the AI skills, you definitely are going to be irresistible.
Yes, great. I think you're absolutely right because we are the one who have created AI. So yes, things can be changed. The entire structure of the job process can be changed, but that cannot like AI can never replace human being. So my next question is, career path is recommended for students at various levels, okay, like including secondary and tertiary levels. So how do you imagine your book being used in the education institution?
Hmm. Right. So I really, in my writing, my focus was to help the student that is in school to begin to learn certain topical and scale propositional ideas, which I believe can be embedded as a para curricular to the students whilst learning. You should be able to pick up what we call tutors and instructors who will be able to pick up some of these topics like the soft skills that they will come and engage the minds of students. I mean, so these things are also in the book. Now, another class of people that I looked at critically are the graduates, right? Now, I encourage graduates to be able to build up what we call job searching skill. One of the topics which has to do with developing your career, they are what we call the career tools, all right? How to be able to write a winning CV, how to be able to build up a quality way of interviewing skills, how to be able to build up personal profiling and also your resume. All these things are skills or they are knowledge proposition that are barely taught in some of the schools and even most of the schools, because they expect you to go for career seminar, they want you to go for counseling and all of that. But when we embed this within the space of the career, which is found in this book, I believe is going to serve as a resource to help the student also leverage on it. Then number three are the new employees. You see, most of the time, yeah, a lot of companies have what we call orientational platforms to help the people to best fit into their company. But the point really is a lot of employees do not even understand certain job requirements and requisitions and makes them become unwanted by their employers. So when they're able to look through the book, which has to do with what I call personal branding, they will be able to know that attitude is something that makes them likable to their employers. When it comes to something like your mindset, all right, comes to the point of personality, it all comes together and help the person to be able to become a round person. And these things are in the book. So when they read it, I believe strongly they will become that total desirable employees. Yeah.
Yeah, great. And what you have said about resume or CV, I think most of the fresh graduates, they don't know how to create their CV, and which is
Absolutely.
the maybe they have a brilliant academic, they have a brilliant marks, they know everything very clearly, but in the pain on the like their appearance is not perfect. Like what people see in pen and page, that is not to the point. So
Absolutely.
these are some of the very small yet very important places where fresh graduates are missing out. So I think in that area, your book can reach that area. End of our interview. So this is going to be the last question to be asked. Okay, so given the dynamic nature of our job market and the continuous evolution of the required skills that we were talking about just now, how does your book adapt to and address to the differently jobs that are evolving? So there are various jobs. Now we can see that, suppose say teacher. In teaching, also the job has changed. Like previously, if we say teacher, we is to mean that teaching in schools or university, but now teachers, they can be youtube teachers as well, like in various channels people are teaching, so that is also a role of teacher. So
Mm,
the role remains the same, but the structure of it is different.
mm.
So what do you think, how can the students can be well equipped with this new job role that are being available in the job market?
Yeah, yeah, that's really a question of concern, and I'm not sure it's really a concern of me, but also a concern of the student themselves and those who teach all of them. Right, things are really evolving and changing real quick. The 21st century literate is not somebody who has already learned, but the 21st century literate is someone who is ready to unlearn, learn, and relearn those things that really matters. We always hold it such that tomorrow is, I'm just picking it up again. I mean, like what I know now or what I've learned right now cannot solve the problem of tomorrow, right? So that means that the power of continuous learning is something that every graduate or new employee must know. They must continually learn, appreciate themselves, develop themselves, and all these things are also in the book. I stress so much in the book of the power of self-learning. Right now, at the click of a button, you can have a lot of information available to you and you are able to really update yourself. You can pick up what you call online free courses, practical courses,
Mhm.
which can also go for you. And I believe when you do that, you always stay top of your game. Um, with the invention of new apps and so many AI tools, it's really been a great journey. So I think that will help. Thank you.
So there are multiple free courses, and there are various AI tools that students can use, and they can upgrade their skills. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we have almost ended up with all the questions that we have planned. So can you like, do you have anything more to tell from your book?
Yeah, one of the last thing I spoke in a book, and it's a real problem, has to do with funding your career. Okay, financing your career. A lot of people have great ambitions. They really want to become something great, but they end up struggling and not being able to appreciate it because of lack of funds. That is why so many people are going for scholarships and going for those kind of things. But you see, I believe strongly in the book. I have clearly stated out some of the strategies and processes that can help you to start building up what you call your financial base in order to be able to achieve your career. I believe every career is possible when we are intentional, when we are calculative in trying to put down some kind of money to help it. And almost about five major ways of raising it, and it's going to work for you. So basically,
So we have already covered all the aspect and all from all the perspective of the book, and you have replied to all the questions in a very precise manner. And I think our audience is gonna love it, and they are going
right,
to know a lot of things from your book, and especially
right,
for the fresh graduates or the people who are looking for jobs. So
please.
that was mind blowing. And thank you, Mr. Coram, for sharing your insight and your expertise with us today. And we greatly appreciate your effort in providing valuable resources to individuals seeking success in their life. So thank you so much.